Hello, everyone. Welcome to Amplify with Amanda Sapp. This is a show where we are sharing inspiring stories, life lessons, and motivation to help you live with purpose, power, and passion. Whether you're chasing your goals, looking for a fresh mindset, or just need to boost to start your day right here, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to kick off things with a powerhouse guest. He's a singer, fitness coach, mentor, and all around inspiration, starting his music journey at just 13 years old. He spent over 2 decades lifting people up with soulful vocals, dynamic performances, and messages of faith, resilience, and discipline. He is here to inspire you. His latest single, Working Out for Your Good, shows us how every challenge can actually lead to strength, purpose, and personal victory. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Deon Robertson, Grand Rising.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Grand Rising. So glad to have you on here with me today. If you could give me 3 words that best describe you.
Persistent, hopeful, and joyous. I think those are really good.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Well, you did start this morning here with an upbeat attitude, so I can appreciate your joyful spirit this morning. Now, I want to get right into it,
All
Dion.
right.
In this journey since you were 13 years old, tell me a little bit about how you started at that age.
My grandmother started me out when I was a young kid, and church choir, things like that. And I was extremely shy. I didn't want to be out in front of everybody. I was like, just keep me in the back. But some kind of way, I ended up out in front, and that's the story. I grew up going to a lot of quartet stuff as a kid, and I just kind of flowed into it. It was kind of a family thing.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
Now, now you've said that faith, fitness, and resilience are the foundation of everything you do. And come
Yes.
from 13 years old to now where you are today. How did you come to that conclusion? How did those 3 pillars come together in your life?
Life, you got to make some decisions. It's either you're gonna work your faith or you're gonna do nothing. You got to put it all to work. And being resilient. In life we all get beat up, so you have to be able to bounce back. You got to take a lick and keep on moving. So as far as faith, and you said faith, resilience, and fitness. Oh, fitness, that's a long story. How long we got? Fitness just became what was, I always say it's the one thing I can do for myself that no one else can do for me. If I can give all day to people, I can give myself that much time to take care of myself. Because that's the only way we can deliver a positive word. We got to be healthy enough to do it.
Did you have some type of health scare or what kind of? I know for some people, if I can do a good stretch in the morning, that's good enough for me. But what encouraged you to kind of really take a
My
serious
motivation.
on your health journey, on your fitness?
So I helped take care of my grandparents for the better part of over 10 years, and they struggled with health challenges pretty heavy. And then I deal with asthma myself. So it's one of those things. You do what you can do to keep yourself healthy, and just go from there. Those are my reasons. It's in my family line, so I don't want to add to it.
I understand that. I understand that.
Hmm.
I want to talk a little bit about working out for your good. Tell me a little bit about that and who you're inspiring here.
Man, my working out for you is, I love the song myself. It's but I wrote the song a few years back. We were dealing with some family issues, and I was dealing with some things trying to get, finished with my third degree. And I was just like, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm going to choose to trust you. And working out for your good was just born, because that's what we have to remember, is that everything that we go through, every challenge, every struggle, every good, every bad, is all made to work out for your benefit. So that's where it
Uh,
came from.
can you give us a little taste of what it sounds like? Just a
Oh
little.
yeah. So even though you might be hurting, just know it's working out for your good. Yeah. It doesn't really matter Oh, yeah, something
I
like
love that.
that. Even though you might be hurting, yes, it's a good. You can listen to that car riding in the car.
Yes,
At the gym while you cleaning up. It's just a good feel good song. It just reminds you, just chin up. Remember, what was that
yes,
from? Like
yes.
that
I was
was
just
from
gonna
a
ask
movie,
you to
Chin
go
Up.
back to this song, but obviously this is one I can definitely play while I'm getting my muscle on.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Get your muscle on.
Now, listen, discipline. It's a major theme in your story. What does
Yes.
discipline look like when motivation fades?
So that's a great question. As of now, like right now, I'm studying for finals. But in that discipline, you have to just make a decision because you're tired. You don't feel like doing stuff. You have to decide on what's important, what's going to propel me to where I need to be. So the discipline that comes from just making a decision for me. It's like I have to decide. I'm decided to go to school. I decided to be in healthcare. I decided to be. Decided to take the call to be in music ministry. I decided to be in bodybuilding. So you made the decision. So there's your discipline. So you have to set it up accordingly and be structured. So that's where it comes from me.
How are you juggling it all? I mean, I hear you say be structured. Um, how if someone is in a similar as you and they're a singer, but they also want to finish school or they have all these other things that they want to do. How do you discipline yourself enough to do
you make
all?
you make a list and
Mm,
check something off that list every day. You ain't gonna get it all the time, but make sure you're checking something off that list every day. Make a list and just and give yourself grace because you only got 24 hours, and at least 10 of those hours you need to be trying to rest.
mhm,
But so just make a list and check it off, and take
mm,
naps, understand having boundaries and balance.
yes.
That was a challenge for me, is learning boundaries, because you want to make people happy, you want to be a part of things, and you have to realize that you can't be a part of everything and please everybody. So you have to just balance.
Now, boundaries. That was a key word that I heard just now from you. Tell me a little bit about an experience you had in trying to create those boundaries, and it didn't go so well on the other end. Um, how does that work, and how did that work for you?
Well, dating. I'll just be honest. Dating is difficult when you have a lot of irons in the fire.
Mm,
Sometimes the if she not in that place where she can understand there's a lot of things going on, and I want you to be a part of those things. It's just going to take some patience on both of our ends. It's either they understand and respect that balance and
mm,
boundary, or it's just not gonna work. So that's
mm,
just a simple example of the boundary. You have to understand that your relationship with God comes first, then there's you, and then there's everything else. If you're not married, then there's you, and there's everything else. So that's a big key thing that I had to learn to be okay with. Listen, I'm on a journey. You can come with me. Let's do this thing together, or you may have to pick you up on the next ride. Yeah.
It sounds like there may require some clear communication of expectations.
I've
With
learned that.
yeah.
Learn that communication is key in everything,
Mhm.
everything. But yeah, especially if you're trying to, date and things like that on this type of journey, you got to communicate and you have to be transparent. So
Mhm.
discipline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
many people do struggle with trusting the process. What
Uh-huh.
helps you learn patience during seasons of uncertainty?
Oh, that's good. Because as an artist, your season of uncertainty comes and goes often. But you have to, with me personally, I have to go back and remember my purpose, the reason why I'm doing this. Remembering my reason why is not tied up in the politics of music industry or tied up in who's supporting and who's not. It's fulfilling the daily purpose. And when you remember that, it makes it a little easier. Not always, but because the journey ain't easy, but it helps you to get through those moments. And of course, throwing around some weights, get in there and throw some weights around. You'll be all right.
Now, tell me a little bit about are there classes? How do people join as far as your workout is concerned? Where I
So,
imagine your music will be playing it as well.
So I don't teach like classes or anything. I do bodybuilding. I have a coach myself. So
Okay.
I do assist people, but um and yes, actually sometimes my music is playing in that gym. I'm like, oh, that's me. But um yeah, so I don't have the time. I would like to coach people, but I don't have the extra time to give that I will feel comfortable doing that. But it's still a fun process. Getting to see and hear people's stories just because of what they see me do and what I encourage them through. That's a pretty good feeling.
Now, I do know a few people who have done bodybuilding, and I do understand the level of discipline that is required with doing so. What would you say to someone who is interested, never has done it before, and may not necessarily be in the best shape of their lives? What are some steps that they can do to start to condition their bodies to begin bodybuilding?
First of all, be patient with yourself. That's the key thing because none of this happens overnight. You know, you cannot spot workout. That's a myth. You can't, oh, I just want abs. Well, you got to do all the things to get abs. You can't just do sit-ups. You got to drink enough water. There's this thing, cortisol levels that people don't know about. That plays a part. Your actual anatomy plays a big part in how your body is going to respond. So it's a lot of science than more people realize. So that would be my first thing. Patience. Start drinking water. Take walks. Be patient. Eat well. Don't skip meals. Eat. Eat well. Don't do like I do sometimes to eat pizza. But okay, all right. Every now and then is okay. But yeah, that's what I would tell people. Those key things will get you ready. It's I say if I can do it, anybody can do it because it just takes what we just talked about: balance, boundaries, and discipline.
I love that. Now, what's the biggest misconception people have about faith-driven success?
That everything is just cool. Everything is always good. I mean, just because you're smiling, everybody think everything is good. That's not the case. You just have a bigger purpose and a reason to smile. You understand my happiness is not based upon what's happening. I have
Mhm.
joy because of who I'm serving and what I'm doing with my life. So I think that's a big common misconception is that, oh, I trust God. Everything is okay. I don't see him struggling. He ain't emoting on Facebook, so everything is fine. That doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that at all. That just means that I understand that there is a process that I have to go through. And so you have to remain resilient and faithful. And to me, that brings me joy because I know I'm not doing it by myself.
Right. Right.
So I have God on my side, and then you got a team of people around you. You should surround yourself with people that you can trust. So yeah, that's how I think about it.
Now, how do you encourage others to see challenges as preparation rather than punishment?
Listen, that's a struggle. That's a struggle for me because sometimes it does feel like, look, Lord, I'm over here working, and I see this person they ain't doing nothing.
Right. Right.
I'm working my butt off. Help me understand because I'm confused. So sometimes it is challenging, but once again, going back, understanding that your process is not going to be the same as somebody else's. When you running, you may stump your toe. You still gonna finish the race, but your toe gonna be hurting. That's part of your process. So that's how I look at it.
It's hard to kind of not compare yourself to others if you're on social media and you see certain things that make you say, okay, I wish I was doing that, or I wish I was singing like them, or as fit as they are. How do you
Hmm.
kind of push that behind your head and think forward into the
I think
future?
about it. Do you want to go through what they went through to get what they got?
Yeah, that's a good way
You,
to
you
put it.
don't know what they went through. You don't know how many they didn't eat no pie.
Yeah,
You got to have two slices. They're singing like that because of the whatever trauma that they've had. I don't want that trauma. I got my own. So it's more so that keeps me level headed because I don't want to go through what you go through because I don't even have time. I don't want to go through what I gotta go through to
yeah.
get to where I'm at. So it's definitely more so I'm focused on me. I'm sorry that you doing this, but I gotta focus over here because my journey is It's just as tough as yours. It's just different tough. Yeah.
Um, Great answer. When someone listens to your music or hears your story, what do you hope they feel empowered to do next?
The lyrics, especially with this song, because of the season that we're all in. We're all dealing with something in this particular season. So, like the song says, if I told you you wouldn't believe all that I went through, what I've gone through, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't hard. The struggle seems so hard to bear. So those are the lyrics of the song. So listening to the lyrics of the song is just a testimony, and then decide, and that testimony turns into a decision. Even though you might be hurting, just know it's working. That's my decision. I'm going to keep going because I know what the end is going to be. So I want people to really hear the lyrics, and then I want you to enjoy the song, because the way the lyric and the music go together, it just brings such a joy, a happy. You can't, with that vibe. It's got like a '90s, drive to it. It just makes you feel good. And I hope y'all like to hear me sing something.
Now, where are you going to be singing next? Where can we find you? How do we hear more from you?
You can find me on social media, Instagram, official Deon Robertson, Facebook, Deon Robertson. I'm on the TikTok now, Deon Robertson. If you just Google me, my big old face comes up and just smiling. DeonRobertson. You never know. It's from, like you said, it's from the music to the fashion to the fitness. You're gonna see it all. To the healthcare. You're gonna see it all.
Now, we do want to wrap this interview up by you leaving us with something inspiring and empowering and something we can just take with us the rest of the day.
Today, I challenge everyone to just take the day and be purposeful, understanding that every day is purposeful. So what you can't, just remember to be positive about it. What you can't handle, take to God, because he can handle it all. So just be peaceful, do what you got to do. Don't worry about what you can't control. Don't worry about the president, the politics, the finances, because God's got all that. Just do your part, and He'll show up at the end.
About that. Deon Robinson, you are a fitness coach, a mentor, and an all around inspiration. Mr. Robertson, we are so appreciative that you were able to join us this morning. Thank you so much.
I'm so
Amazing
glad.
to you.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
All righty.
Until next time. Bye bye.
Until next time.